Welcome to Auto Foresight. A highway trip, 70 miles per hour. Then a sound, described in owner forums as a pop, and the car drops to 20 miles per hour. Not a warning light first. Not a gradual fade. A sudden, uninvited ceiling on how fast it will go. That is the experience a growing number of 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9 owners are reporting at around the 10,000-mile mark. And the part at the center of it, the integrated charging control unit, which manages the connection between the main battery and the 12-volt system, is being replaced under warranty. The question that follows is harder to answer. When the replacement unit is part identical to the one that failed, has the problem actually been fixed? The spec sheet won't tell you. The owner forums are starting to. The 2026 Ioniq 9 is Hyundai's flagship three-row electric SUV. It sits above the Ioniq 6 and Ioniq 5 in the lineup and targets buyers who need genuine 7-seat capacity in a dedicated EV platform. According to Hyundai's official press material, the Ioniq 9 is built on the eGMP platform, the same electric-specific architecture underpinning the Kia EV9, with a wheelbase of 123.2 inches, which is 1.2 inches longer than the EV9. That additional length is where the third-row legroom argument begins. The timing here matters. The three-row electric SUV segment is still thin. Most buyers in this space are either waiting for more options or making an early commitment. The Ioniq 9 is one of the few cars in production that can make a direct case for this purchase right now, which makes the reliability question more consequential, not less. According to Hyundai's confirmed figures, the Ioniq 9 uses a 110.3 kilowatt-hour NCM battery. NCM meaning nickel-manganese cobalt chemistry, which is designed to balance energy density and longevity, and is the reason this car offers more range per charge than a comparably sized LFP chemistry pack would. The rear-wheel drive configuration delivers a confirmed EPA-rated range of 335 miles. The all-wheel drive performance variant produces 422 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Charging is handled at up to 350 kilowatts on DC fast charging, according to Hyundai. That figure allows a 10 to 80% charge in around 24 minutes, meaning a meaningful range top-up fits inside a highway rest stop, not a lunch break. The Kia EV9, the most directly compared rival in current search data, uses a smaller 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery in its top configuration, which is confirmed on Kia's press materials. The Ioniq 9's battery advantage is confirmed. For anyone currently weighing both, the charging speed and range ceiling are where the practical difference will register most on long trips. The ICCU, the Integrated Charging Control Unit, is the hardware that manages power flow between the high-voltage battery and the car's 12-volt electrical system. When it fails, the car enters a reduced power state. Owner discussions on Reddit's Ioniq 9 community describe the failure occurring around 10,000 miles, typically without warning. Hyundai has confirmed warranty coverage for the repair. What is reported, and not yet officially addressed, is that the replacement units appear to be part identical to the original. The failure mechanism is, at this stage, unresolved in public communications from Hyundai. The Ioniq 9's exterior follows Hyundai's parametric design direction. Clean surfaces, a long glass house, and a rear end that slopes aerodynamically. That slope is functional, but it produces a physical consequence worth noting. The rear hatch opening is narrower than the EV9's more vertical tailgate. Forum discussions among current owners note that bulky items, specifically double strollers, can be difficult to load through the aperture. The EV9's confirmed trunk opening width is 39.8 inches. The Ioniq 9's is 34.2 inches. The difference is visible and physical and worth knowing before the car is ordered. Inside, the Ioniq 9 carries a panoramic curved display, and the calligraphy trim adds a UVC sterilization tray, a detail Hyundai confirmed in their release materials and one that is genuinely unusual for this segment. The third-row legroom figure, at 30.8 inches, matches the EV9 exactly, according to confirmed specifications from both brands. The Ioniq 9 runs Hyundai's latest connected architecture with over-the-air update capability. Highway Driving Assist 2 is included on upper trims, handling lane centering and adaptive cruise on mapped routes. The EV9 carries a comparable system in Kia's Highway Driving Assist 2, which is confirmed across both brands' press rooms as functionally similar in scope. Night vision is available on the Vistic, a rival from Cadillac, but confirmed as not currently offered on the Ioniq 9. For buyers comparing across segments, that is a feature gap worth noting, though the Ioniq 9's price position is considerably different from the Cadillac. The 2026 Ioniq 9 is currently on sale in the United States. Hyundai's confirmed pricing starts in the mid-$50,000 range for entry trims, with fully equipped calligraphy variants moving into the $70,000 territory. The ICCU warranty coverage is active for current owners experiencing the failure. What is not yet confirmed publicly is whether Hyundai is revising the component specification for future production units. That answer, when it comes, is likely to shift the conversation from individual repairs to long-term ownership confidence. The Ioniq 9 is a well-specified car on paper and a genuinely capable platform in practice. The range is strong, the charging speed is competitive, and the third-row accommodation is among the best in the electric SUV segment. None of that is in dispute. What is unresolved is more specific. When the integrated charging control unit fails and the replacement part comes from the same specification, the question isn't whether Hyundai will fix your car. They will. The question is whether the fix holds. That distinction matters differently depending on whether this car is bought, leased, or still being considered. The owners who will have the clearest answer to that question aren't the ones posting now. They're the ones at 20,000 miles, 18 months from now. That data point doesn't exist yet. It's the one that actually settles this.